Theme 1. Bricks, Beads and Bones, the Harappan Civilization. The Harappan Civilization. The Harappan seal, Fig 1-1, is possibly the most distinctive artifact of the Harappan or Indus Valley civilization. Made of a stone called steatite, seals like this one often contain animal motifs and signs from a script that remains undeciphered. Yet we know a great deal about the lives of the people who lived in the region from what they left behind: their houses, pots, ornaments, tools, and seals, in other words, from archaeological evidence. Let us see what we know about the Harappan civilization and how we know about it. We will explore how archaeological material is interpreted and how interpretations sometimes change. Of course, there are some aspects of the civilization that are as yet unknown and may even remain so. Figure 1.1 Summary. The figure shows an image of a Harappan seal. The seal contains an animal motif, possibly a bull, and some undeciphered script. The presence of such seals suggests the existence of a developed system of communication and record-keeping in the Harappan civilization. The animal motif indicates the importance of animals in their culture and economy. Terminologies, places, and time. The Harappan civilization is also known as the Indus Valley civilization. The term Harappa is derived from the place where the civilization was identified. The total time span of the civilization ranges from 6000 BCE to 1300 BCE. The early phase, termed as Early Harappan, 6000 BCE, 2600 BCE, is a formative phase of the civilization. The urban phase of the civilization, termed as Mature Harappan, 2600 BCE, 1900 BCE, is the most prosperous phase. The decline of the civilization starts around 1900 BCE. This decadent phase, 1900 BCE, 1300 BCE, is termed as Late Harappan. The distinctive Harappan pottery, bricks baked and unbaked, seals, weights, beads, copper, and bronze articles belonging to the Harappan civilization have been found in the region, as apart as Afghanistan, Baluchistan, Sindh, and Punjab provinces of Pakistan and the Indian states of Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and Maharashtra. Map 1. Figure 1.2 Beads, weights, blades. You will find certain abbreviations related to dates in this book. Figure 1.2 Summary. This figure displays images of archaeological artifacts. The figure presents images of beads with varying patterns and shapes, alongside images of weights and blades. The presence of beads suggests an interest in ornamentation and personal adornment, while the weights indicate a system of measurement and trade. The blades suggest the presence of tools for cutting, scraping, or other related activities. BP stands for Before Present, BCE stands for Before Common Era, CE stands for the Common Era. The present year is 2015 according to this dating system. C stands for the Latin word circa and means approximate. Figure 1 Summary. This is a geographical map. The map depicts the location of several mature Harappan sites in relation to rivers and the Arabian Sea. The sites are spread across a fairly wide geographical area, with a higher concentration near the Indus River and the coast. Some sites are located further inland, near other rivers such as the Ganga and Yamuna. The distribution suggests the civilization relied on riverine systems and coastal access, but also had settlements in more interior regions. Harappan settlements. So far, more than 2,000 Harappan archaeological sites have been discovered in the Indian subcontinent. Most of the sites are found located between the Indus and the Saraswati river basins. Nearly two-thirds of these settlements are in the Saraswati basin, suggesting its immense importance for the Harappan civilization. Among these, 5 major cities have been identified. These are Rakhigarhi, Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Dhalavira, and Ganwariwala. The remaining sites come under different categories, such as regional centers, agricultural villages, ports, and manufacturing centers. 1. Beginnings. There were several archaeological cultures in the region prior to the mature Harappan. These cultures were associated with distinctive pottery, evidence of agriculture and pastoralism, and some crafts. Settlements were generally small, and there were virtually no large buildings. The recent archaeological evidences also indicate the emergence of Harappan culture from early farming communities dated around 7000 BCE. The urban phase, mature Harappan, was a consequent result of the gradual transformation and internal development of the civilization during the early Harappan phase. 2. Subsistence strategies. If you look at maps 1 and 2, you will notice that the mature Harappan culture developed in some of the areas occupied by the early Harappan cultures. These cultures also shared certain common elements, including subsistence strategies. The Harappans ate a wide range of plant and animal products, including fish. Archaeologists have been able to reconstruct dietary practices from finds of charred grains and seeds. These are studied by archaeobotanists, who are specialists in ancient plant remains. Grains found at Harappan sites include wheat, barley, lentil, chickpea, and sesame. Millets are found from sites in Gujarat. Finds of rice are relatively rare. Animal bones found at Harappan sites include those of cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo, and pig. Studies done by archaeozoologists or zooarchaeologists indicate that these animals were domesticated. Bones of wild species such as boar, deer, and gharial are also found. We do not know whether the Harappans hunted these animals themselves or obtained meat from other hunting communities. Bones of fish and fowl are also found. 2.1. Agricultural technologies. While the prevalence of agriculture is indicated by finds of grain, it is more difficult to reconstruct actual agricultural practices. Were seeds broadcast, scattered on plowed lands? Representations on seals and terracotta sculpture indicate that the bull was known, and archaeologists extrapolate from this that oxen were used for plowing. Moreover, terracotta models of the plow have been found at sites in Khalistan and at Banewali, Haryana. Archaeologists have also found evidence of a plowed field at Kalibangan, Rajasthan, associated with early Harappan levels, CP20. The field had 2 sets of furrows at right angles to each other, suggesting that 2 different crops were grown together. Image summary. This is a map illustrating areas of early Harappan occupation. The map shows the geographical distribution of several settlements, including Amrinal, Dam Sadat, Kotdiji, and Siswal, in relation to the Arabian Sea and the Indus River. The distribution of settlements suggests a greater concentration near the Indus River and the coast, indicating the importance of these geographical features for early settlements. Some regions appear to have a higher density of settlements compared to others. Archaeologists have also tried to identify the tools used for harvesting. Did the Harappans use stone blades set in wooden handles, or did they use metal tools? Most Harappan sites are located in semi-arid lands, where irrigation was probably required for agriculture. Traces of canals have been found at the Harappan site of Shordighai in Afghanistan, but not in Punjab or Sindh. It is possible that ancient figure 1.3, a terracotta bull, discuss. Figure 1.3 summary. The figure is an image of a terracotta bull. The image depicts an ancient artifact. It suggests the presence of bull representation in ancient cultures and possibly provides insights into their beliefs or agricultural practices. Are there any similarities or differences in the distribution of settlements shown on maps 1 and 2? Figure 1.4 summary. The figure is an image showing various copper tools. The image displays several tools, including what appear to be axe heads and elongated rods. The tools suggest a level of technological development and the presence of specialized crafts. The artifacts likely represent the material culture of a bygone era, offering insights into the daily life and technological capabilities of past civilizations. Figure 1.5 summary. The image shows a reservoir at Dhalavira. The reservoir is a rectangular structure with brick walls and steps leading down into it. The reservoir appears to be well constructed. The presence of a reservoir indicates that the people of Dhalavira had a sophisticated understanding of water management and conservation. It also suggests that they had a reliable source of water for drinking, irrigation, or other purposes. Discuss. What is the evidence used by archaeologists to reconstruct dietary practices? Canals silted up long ago. It is also likely that water drawn from wells was used for irrigation. Besides, water reservoirs found in Dhalavira, Gujarat, may have been used to store water for agriculture. Source 1. How artifacts are identified. Processing of food required grinding equipment as well as vessels for mixing, blending, and cooking. These were made of stone, metal, and terracotta. This is an excerpt from one of the earliest reports on excavations at Mohenjo-daro, the best-known Harappan site. Saddle querns are found in considerable numbers, and they seem to have been the only means in use for grinding cereals. As a rule, they were roughly made of hard, gritty, igneous rock or sandstone and mostly show signs of hard usage. As their bases are usually convex, they must have been set in the earth or in mud to prevent their rocking. Two main types have been found: those on which another smaller stone was pushed or rolled to and fro, and others with which a second stone was used as a pounder, eventually making a large cavity in the nether stone. Querns of the former type were probably used solely for grain, the second type possibly only for pounding herbs and spices for making curries. In fact, stones of this latter type are dubbed curry stones by our workmen, and our cook asked for the loan of one from the museum for use in the kitchen. From Ernest Mackay, Further Excavations at Mohenjo-daro, 1937. Archaeologists use present-day analogies to try and understand what ancient artifacts were used for. Mackay was comparing present-day querns with what he found. Is this a useful strategy? You have reached the end of the main document. Additional summarized content follows. Figure 1.6 Summary. This is an image of saddle querns. The image displays two saddle querns, which are grinding stones. These artifacts were likely used for processing food, specifically for grinding cereals. The presence of these querns suggests that the civilization relied on grain-based diets and had developed tools for food preparation.